Yeah, Musa.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So we're going to kickstart this show with a game called Stack the Cups. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
We have 10 cups each. We'll see who can stack it faster stack the most cups in 12 seconds. Wait, sorry. Hands on the table. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so who won?
You.
I know, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is the second segment of the show, and I'm still here with my amiable guest, Mordiyyah. Today we're going to be talking about modesty. What do you think about the topic, Mordiyyah? What do you think modesty is?
Modesty is a quality of being relatively moderate and limited in your actions, character, and anything you do. Is the act of being moderate.
Okay, so like when you are, what does personality, the way you dress, the way you speak?
Okay, firstly, before we go to that, hijab is a principle of modesty, and hijab is a principle of modesty, and modesty is also part of faith.
Yeah, like, do you have any hadith that's
what I said.
Quran verse?
Oh,
verse
okay.
of the Quran that's
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that the men should lower their gaze and guard their modesty. It is a greater part for purity. And the women, the believers, should lower their gaze and guard their modesty. That means they shouldn't display their beauty or ornaments to people.
I think I understand what you mean, like your non-mahram.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your mahram are the people that you're like people you can't get married to. Like for us girls now, so your non-mahram shouldn't display your ornaments and stuff. So, yeah. So what do you think, like dressing or modesty in dressing is like? What's modesty in dressing to you?
Modesty in dressing, we should cover ourselves. Like I said, we shouldn't display our beauty and ornament.
No,
so we should cover ourselves and our hair and neck.
For the women, right?
Yeah.
For the women, yes, of course. Okay, so like modesty in speaking too.
You shouldn't talk too much. You should know your limits to talking. You should know when to stop. You shouldn't be talkative.
Yeah, no, I have to disagree with you on that. You know, like being a talkative is different from lacking modesty in speaking. Yes, you can be a talkative. Some people are very good at, like, they can talk a lot.
Yeah, we should learn to control it.
What modesty in speaking is like, you should know when you should talk and when you should not talk.
That's what I say. Like,
you say you should not be talkative.
Yeah, if you're talkative, you won't know when to stop and when to talk.
Okay, I'm guessing a lot of people have different
opinions about it.
Okay, so
and to add to that, modesty, everyone has their own opinions of modesty, and some say it's the feeling of shyness or shame one has.
Do you agree to that, or you disagree?
I disagree. It's misinterpreted. In Islam, that's not what modesty is talking about.
So in Islam, what does modesty talk about? If I mean, like, to me, being shy and all what you said is not always you don't know what to say, you are just always keeping quiet and stuff. It's like you should know when to reserve yourself. So what do you think?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't think I do.
Some people misinterpret it that modesty is the feeling of being shy and having shame. That's what I'm saying. The real meaning of modesty is like moderate. Be moderate in what you do. There should be a limit to what you do.
So how do you think teenagers can be modest, like, you know, in this modern?
Yeah, teenagers can be modest, like I said, by covering yourself and having, there should be a limit to what you do. Some teenagers, they don't want to be too into the Muslim world, and a moderate self-view should be entertained privately and expressed publicly. So Yeah, we should learn to be moderate in what we do for the teenagers.
Like what? Like exactly what? Speaks like eating or.
Oh, because you have too much, you think, I can just waste it. Like there was one time, someone, she was washing a cup. It wasn't oil. She just drank water and she was playing with the water. It filled the zinc. So I came and I was like, why are you wasting water? You should learn to be modest. So that's part of modesty. Because you have many and it won't finish, it doesn't mean you should waste it.
Well, obviously, like I'm sure there are people in your school, like there are just some people in school, like the girls, mostly the girls, they think they are the big girls or something. They think they are the your age mates, your people.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, your senior. All of them, they have their clique.
Yeah, they bring their level. They think their level of modesty is higher than others.
People are just like not really. I don't think they know what modesty
is all about.
Yeah, because you just the way sometimes some of them, they are not really Islamically driven. Like the way they dress, the way they do things, it's just off.
They overdo it. Yeah.
Yes. This is the final segment of the show, and it's called the Pick and Tell. Are you ready?
Yes.
There are 3 parts: the personality, the general, and Islam. Yeah, you're going to pick 6 papers from here, and I'll ask you 2 questions from each categories.
Okay.
It's like
6.
Okay. So, the first question is number 13, and it's from the general section. What do you think your school should do to make learning better?
I'm still thinking.
Should I help you?
Yeah.
I think they should let us use phones in class. No, but wait. They should give us the phones, because if they let us bring our phone,
Can I?
Yeah. No, just speak.
Like electricity, there should be light 247 so that the students can enjoy the class.
How do you think your school should make learning better and more fun?
I think the teachers should be more entertaining so that the students won't sleep off. Like they shouldn't think the class is bored and stuff like that. They shouldn't think the class is bored and then sleep off. Or some of them, they won't, like their mindset will not be there if the classroom is bored. But if it's entertaining, every mind will be on the teacher and they'll be listening and paying attention.
What kind of entertainment do you want?
Like when you're teaching the students, like there should be a story, or like there should be a story behind it, or maybe you say
okay, let me help you. Like there's this math teacher of mine, former math teacher. He's always telling us stories. The class is 40 minutes. 30 minutes of the class is story. When it comes to the remaining 10 minutes, he now starts rushing you to teach. So is that kind of you want?
No, that's not what I'm saying. The class should be entertaining. Like when you're teaching, there should be something. Like for example, if a math teacher comes to the class and someone is like they're not paying attention to what you are saying, you can just give a story. Before, I don't used to like mathematics, blah blah blah, and I don't think you should take the whole of the time.
Me, if you tell me that before I don't used to like mathematics and now I like it, sometimes I will not hear you. I swear to God, like you will just be speaking. I'm like, now you like me? Are we the same people? You understand? So, anyways, your next question, number 15. What are some things you think adults do wrongly? Like your parents, principals, teachers, elders. What do you think they do wrongly?
I think there should be a reason to what they do because they are elders, so there'll be a certain thing why they will do that thing. So I don't know whether there's anything they do wrongly. I know that even if they don't tell us the reason they do it and you think it is wrong, there might be a reason for what they are doing. So
Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said we should always search for knowledge from cradle to the grave.
Yeah, it means, for me, it means like you can search for knowledge. Like for me now, it's not bad if I ask like a 10-year-old, like I ask the person a question. That means you can ask anybody, any knowledgeable person, any question. Not because, oh, maybe you are older than the person, you now be like, oh, I can't ask this person question. I can't ask them any question because cradle to grave, that means...
To me is you should search for knowledge your whole life, you know, from the cradle when you are a baby to the grave when you are dead. So that's your whole life. You should always be searching for knowledge. Never think you have, you know, too much knowledge, yeah. For some people. So now number 6 is going to be from Islam too. What's your favorite verse in the Quran?
Like verse?
Like, what's your favorite verse?
فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ.
Number 10 is going to be from personality. What's your favorite time of the day?
Like,
just anyhow you can interpret it. What's your favorite time of the day? Maybe is it afternoon or when you are eating or when you are sleeping? What's your favorite time of the day?
In the night.
Why is it
when I'm sleeping?
Okay, you like sleeping. Okay. Number 1, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Like,
from anyone. What's the best advice someone has ever told you and you're like, wow?
You should not think of being like someone because you don't know whether the person you want to be like is wishing to be like another person. I don't know that. You should not, like.
Someone told you that?
Yeah.
Someone elder than you?
Yeah.
Oh. They tell me the best advice someone has ever given me was I shouldn't think of what other people think of me. I should think of what I want people to think.
And that's your own.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what I think. Okay, so thank you for coming to Teen Drip today.
You're welcome.
We have come to the end of today's episode on Teen Drip. I hope you enjoyed our conversation with Mordiyyah on modesty. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below what was your favorite part of today's episode. You can be our guest. I remain your host, Qiyaama.